This is an analog bass synthesizer from Donner. It's called the Essential B1, and normally it goes for over $100, but today you're going to be able to pick it up for $65. Let's hear how it sounds first. So you heard me right, you can get this guy for $65, and the reason is because this video is officially sponsored by TEMU. So thank you very much, TEMU, for hooking everyone up for an awesome deal for an analog synth. Basically, you have to download the TEMU app, and then you put in my code into the search bar, and then you'll have access to this guy for $65. It's basically a 50% off coupon. You do have to use the coupon within 24 hours, so if you are planning on picking this up, make sure you're good to go before you use my code. Otherwise, you only have 24 hours to make that happen. But yeah, I think it's a great deal. 65 bucks for this guy is actually pretty awesome because I do think it sounds good and is worth adding to your studio if you're looking for something like a 303 bass style. Obviously, TEMU has a bunch of other stuff as well, like additional Donner products, the DMK25 Pro. They've got tons of guitar pedals and other recording products, so if you are interested, make sure to check it out. And if you download the app and use my code, you get a $100 coupon bundle, and you get a sweet coupon to get this guy for half off, which is basically $65. So on the panel, it does have a saturator and a delay. I'm going to turn these off for now. I'm going to turn down the resonance as well, and I'm going to keep it in pulse wave mode, and then let's just hit play. Start bringing up the cutoff filter. Nice and bassy. Let's go do the saw wave. Classic kind of 303 sound right there. Let's actually increase the resonance. Go back to pulse. Bring up the envelope decay. Drop the depth of the filter, maybe the resonance down a bit. Let's bring in the saturator. I'm going to take the tone all the way down and bring the drive all the way down and click it on. That's a saturator. Let's bring up the tone. It's almost a little band passy. So if you did want to scoop out that low end, you could do that with this. Let's bring up the drive. Nice. Yeah, that's a decent saturator. Let's bring up the cutoff with the saturator. Let's sweep the tone. Yeah, that's good options right there. Let's turn on the delay now. So the time is relatively long. The feedback is basically all the way up. Let's crank the level. Pretty sure it's a digital delay. So to my ears, it actually sounds like a decent analog bass synth. In my setup right here, I have this routed out into Ableton Live, and I also have the USB cable hooked up so I can send MIDI from Ableton Live directly into the B1 synthesizer. And then off to my side, I have another Donner product that is a 25 mini key keyboard that you can hook up with USB-C cable to go directly into the computer. And this is also hooked into Ableton Live, so I can play the B1 with the keyboard. Gives it a little bit more flexibility if you want to play some lines live, you know, some bass lines or even lead. Let's go up to the top. Let's turn off the saturator, bring the cutoff down. Back to saw wave. Let's go down an octave. Go down an octave. That's as low as it goes, right there. Which is respectable. There's also an accent knob, so if I hit the keys harder with the velocity, changes the tone a bit. And you can also program that into the sequencer as well. So just in first impressions, I mean, it sounds like a nice analog synthesizer. It scratches that 303 itch. Again, sub 100 is pretty crazy for like analog synthesizer technology. So we're kind of spoiled right now in today's market of things being very affordable and awesome at the same time. To round out the feature set, you do have 4 jacks right here that are 1/8 inch jacks, headphones right here. You have sync in and out with other devices, and then you have an auxiliary in. The auxiliary in is basically a mono feed that gets patched directly into the output. So let's say you have a pocket operator or something like that, and you want to patch that sound directly into this without having a mixer. You could do that, and you just have to control the volume from the pocket directly into the aux in, and then it will come out of the main outs of the B1. So some nice convenience right there if you want to have a basic setup and not have too many devices to be able to pull them all together into a mix. You also have 5-pin MIDI DIN in and out, so you can do some hardware DAW-less type of jams with this particular setup, in addition to having the USB-C MIDI connectivity. The power requirement also is DC 9-volt 500 milliamps, but that's pretty much what this device is. It's an analog bass synthesizer that also has a sequencer on board, and the sequencer is nice too. So for instance, I'm in sequence number 1 at the moment. By the way, you can play these keys, obviously. So let's make a sequence real quick. I'm gonna go into record edit mode with this button, and then the lights pop up, and you can see 1 through 16 on here is basically telling you that this will go up to 16 steps. So every time we play a note on here, it will record that step. So for instance, if we just go, "16 steps. Now if I hit play, simple, right? So let's make an actual sequence. So I pressed record edit. I'm going to do C and then C, and then I'm going to do clear rest. So there's a space, and then I'll do E flat, and then G, then A flat, G, maybe rest again, E flat, F, rest again, C, C, G, A flat, rest. Let's hear that. Let's get rid of the delay for now. Put the saturator back on. Now what we can do is shift the key. So now we're in F. Back to C. Let's go to G. Simple, right? And then if I want to save this, I just hit the save button and then save again, and then it blinks, and then I've saved that to pattern 1 officially. Now I could go to pattern 2, and then pattern 3, and pattern 4. It sounds great. It's got that that meat that you want. The knobs feel pretty good too. They're not going to be premium knobs by any means, but overall the build quality is decent. Definitely better than I would expect from something that is considered quote unquote cheap. I'm assuming these knobs could easily pop off if you wanted and replace them with something that you are more into for your caps, if you wanted to even go that far in your customization. Even design-wise though, it's a decent looking box and looks nice on the desk. Let's do an experiment and hear what the B1 sounds like with some guitar pedals from TEMU. Okay, so I rerouted things a bit. I'm taking the essential B1 output into this analog delay, And then that is going into the Mini Universe M Wave, which is then going into the Levitate, which is then being monitored inside of Ableton Live. So again, all this stuff came from TEMU. So if you want to pick up any of this stuff, I'll have links below for you. And let's check it out. Here's what this sounds like right now. Let's turn on the analog delay. Let's get the mix up. Ooh, yeah. Let's do a lot of repeats. That actually sounds really cool. Let's go back to our first pattern. Let's turn that guy off. Let's hear this reverb. It's currently on the cloud setting. Let's max out the mix so we only hear this reverb. Let's go to lo-fi. Ooh. Okay, let's turn off the sequence. Wow, that lo-fi. Let's put the analog delay back on. Increase the repeats. Bring this accent all the way down. Moody. Let's turn that off. Let's go to the Levitate pedal. Now this has a built-in reverb and delay, so let's see what we get with this. Let's go for the delay first. More of a clean digital delay. Yeah. To the reverb. Let's actually turn off the delay, just so we can hear exactly what this is. Now let's put this delay back in. Again, big shout out to TEMU for sponsoring this video. I really appreciate it. And also thank you very much for hooking everyone up with a 50% off coupon for one of these Essential Beat analog synths. That's very cool. Again, if you want access to this deal, you got to download the app, put in my code, and then you'll get access to a $100 coupon bundle and the 50% off coupon for the Essential Beat 1, which you do have to use within 24 hours. So make sure you're ready to pick that up if you are going to use that code. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time for another one. Peace.